Okay, greetings podcast listeners. I am your host, Deirdre Y. Cole of the Glimpses of the Warrior Within Martial Arts podcast. And today I have with me a wonderful co-host, Dr. Jason Henderson. And let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Jason before we get started. Dr. Jason Henderson, DPT, MBA, is the CEO of Ergo Solutions, LLC, and Ergo Home Health, providers of rehabilitation services in Washington, D.C. Jason is a 1995 graduate of FAMU.
Yes.
Yay!
Awesome.
My niece went there, where he earned a BS in physical therapy. Jason earned his doctorate in physical therapy from Alabama State University. He has been practicing physical therapy for 25 years. Wow. Jason received his MBA from the University of Maryland, University College, and he provides educational programs, training and consulting for education providers and businesses. In addition, he has over 15 years of healthcare project management and business. Jason loves to play the saxophone, that's what's up, screenwriting and practicing martial arts. He is a black belt in Taekwondo. He has authored his latest business book, A Complete 180, in 2018. So indeed, Dr. Sensei Jason is a warrior for real. Welcome to the show, Dr. Jason. Thank you so much for joining me. How you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be a part of the show.
Me too. And thank you for accepting. I'm so excited to have you here. So I'm not going to keep you long, but I do have a few questions where I want to introduce my guests to you and or introduce you to my guests. And we want to start off by asking you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where were you born? And can you share with us a little glimpse of what life was like for you growing up? Like,
yes.
Talk a little bit about that, I know.
Yeah, well, I'm from Philadelphia and was born and raised in Philly. And, I'm just happy to be on your show. Let me start there. I just want to talk about being happy to be on your show. Really excited the fact that what you're doing and to share a little bit about me. I was born in Philly, raised in Philly, and once I left Philadelphia, I wanted to take myself south, and so I went down to Florida A&M back in 1990, and it was transformational to go there, being at an HBCU and getting HBCU education.
Yeah, that was nice. Got a little kickback there. Can you still hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you well.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so then you went to, I'm hearing a little kickback, but that's okay. We're gonna keep on going. I don't know what that is. So you went to the South and your experience at FAMU. So you studied physical therapy at FAMU?
Yes, I got my bachelor's at FAMU. When I got out of high school, didn't know exactly what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be, but I made the commitment. Finished in 95 doing physical therapy, and that was 26 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, and still practicing as a clinical physical therapist. Yes.
So obviously it's something that you're passionate about.
Yeah, I enjoy doing physical therapy and working with people. It's been exciting. When you start a job, it's something that you want to find the things that keep you passionate to get up and do it every morning. And so absolutely. I've been doing it for 26 years.
Okay. Wow. Well, congratulations. That's a long time. That's a great commitment. So now let me just double back just a little bit. So now, as far as growing up, you said you grew up in Philadelphia. So how many siblings and where did you fall in there?
Wow.
I know, but tell everybody else because you told me, you talked about it.
That's right. That's a great story. I share it all the time. I'm the fourth of 5 children, and I always would say that I'm kind of the odd one out, if you want to say. I have a sister who's the oldest, and then my parents had 4 boys. And I always found that it was something unique about me, being that I was the one that stood out. I'm the lightest of all of us. I got the lightest skin complexion. I'm the only one with a J name. And my brother.
Everybody else has what their name starts with what?
The letter K.
The K. Okay.
Yes. So everybody else's letter K, and then it's me with a J. And I always wondered. I was like, what is it? And I remember asking my mom, why did you choose my name? And she always just thought it was something unique about me. So I just embrace it now. I embrace it. Before it was one thing. It bothered me growing up. I'm the one with the freckles. I'm the one that's lighter skin, as I mentioned, and everybody else have a tag name. So my sister's is the baby girl. She's the oldest, and then there's my oldest brother. He's the firstborn, the first son of my dad's.
Yes, sir.
Then my brother above me, Kevin, he's the middle child, and then I got my baby brother underneath me. So where I fall in is
I'm kind of classify that as somewhere stuck in the middle, not really precisely anywhere, but just somewhere. I get it. That's wow, what an awesome story. But you turned around, it looks like you made the best out of it. And man, so now when did you know that you wanted to like continue to pursue the physical therapy, like, and to get your doctorate in that? And was this when you started, you just kind of like fell in love with it? Because I know at first you said you didn't know right away what you wanted to do. How did you discover that this was going to be a lifelong passion for you?
Yeah, I had to kind of transform my life. I always find by living by faith that it stretches you. When you live by faith, it stretches you.
Amen.
When I went from being a staffer to becoming a manager, that took a stretch. And then to become a supervisor, that took a stretch. And then becoming a director, then a business owner. And I was a business owner before I became a doctor of physical therapy. But it was shared to me by one of my mentors, Dr. Linda Woodruff. She shared with me, she was at Alabama State University, and she was a professor there. She said, listen, a lot of people are going to follow you. It's important that you get your doctorate, the highest level degree as a physical therapist. And I fought it. I was like, I'm not doing it. No. I'm okay. I'm a business person. I'm a fighter. She was like, well, what happens if your business fails? And she said, you need to invest for yourself. And I did that. I went straight into, in 2007, I got into Alabama State, and I graduated in 2010 with my doctorate.
Wow. That's awesome. That was great advice that she gave you. And it was even greater that you were obedient to it and that you took heed to what she said. And it seems to be paying off greatly for you and for everybody else that you're coming into contact and helping. So shout out to Dr. Woodruff.
Yes, Dr. Linda Woodruff. She has passed on. When you have great mentors like that in your life, you have to appreciate it. And she lived in Atlanta, and she taught at Georgia State, and she also taught at a community college in Atlanta as well.
Oh, okay. Well, may she rest in peace. And it's nice to see that. Like I said, I'm sure that she's looking from above and excited about the fact that you're thriving and what you're passionate about doing. And so I wanted to now ask you about when did you start your martial arts journey? And then tell us what style. I know I read it in the bio that you studied Taekwondo, but tell us when you started, a little bit about the style that you studied and what you enjoy most about it. So like who inspired you? How did you get to that path of studying
martial arts? Oh man, it was an interesting story. I made a commitment to transform my life again. And I wanted to get to a place where I put aside a place in my life where alcohol, living a sober life. I picked that up in 2015.
Okay.
And Grandmaster Kirby, my father in the martial arts, I met him at a gym. He was teaching a class. I was on the treadmill. I was just trying to run and exercise, and there was a class offered, and the owner of the gym said, hey man, would you mind going over there so the guy won't be teaching by himself? Give him a chance. And I said, nah, I don't want to do it. He said, no, we need somebody to go into his class. This is something we trying. Can you do it? I said, man, I don't want to commit to another thing. I got enough things, right?
Right.
And so he talked me into it. I got off the treadmill. And I took the class. It was me and two other ladies. And after the class, it was It was pretty cool. You know, we went over self-defense techniques. He says, well, I'll be back next week. Hopefully you'll come back. So the other lady said, we'll be back too.
Okay.
I come back the following week and it's just me by myself.
Ah,
So I have a one-on-one training with Grandmaster, and we have not separated since.
really? You know, it's funny because a lot of times it seems like when I hear people talk about their story and how they got on the, you know, even to the path of martial arts and whatever, it just seems like order steps. So I'm sure God already knew long before Dr. Jason knew that one day you would have that encounter with the gentleman at the gym.
Yes.
Your life would forever be, you know, on a different direction, taking along with you what you already do, you know. So I think it's pretty cool, and I can't wait to talk more about what you really the project that you're working on
Yes.
with the children. So I was going to ask you then, my next question was going to be, so how do you use your gift in martial arts and even what you do as a physical therapist to inspire others? And I know that you have a passion for helping with wonderful, beautiful children with autism. So can you tell us about that project that you're working on and how you even, you know, how that came about?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. This morning we were talking about that in church.
Mhm.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1. I'll share with your listening audience. If you can get there,
Yes.
it opens up with Paul's teaching the church at Corinth how important it is to pursue love.
Mm.
Love is eternal, and it's important to live with love in your heart. So in martial arts, I've learned in my pursuit, you have to pursue love. But then it says something that you just asked me, and that is, it says that when you are pursuing love, but you also have to be going after your gifts. How do you get these gifts, these spiritual gifts, and what do you do when you receive these gifts?
Mm-hmm.
And Paul shared that once you receive the gifts, how to use them so that it works for the kingdom. And so for me, I can't say no to opportunities. So as a martial artist, I did not think that I would be a teacher, but teaching opportunities fell into my lap. I didn't think that I would even continue in it, but I did. And so in my pursuit, I just pursue to be better every day.
Okay.
And so how I got into martial arts, and I want to just continue to do my passion. And my passion is working with people. Being a physical therapist, I got an opportunity to put two things that I like to do together. That's therapy and martial arts. And I had an opportunity to work with children in an underserved community in the nation's capital in wards 5 through 8 through the District of Columbia. They're considered as the health disparate, where health disparities are in the community. In the District of Columbia, it's east of the Anacostia River. Well, that's where people that look like me and you live at.
Okay.
So that group deserves the love and attention like everyone else, right?
Absolutely.
And so when you pursue love, you want to be able to love on people. I love working with all kind of people, but it's something about getting the opportunity to work with African Americans.
Yes.
The health disparities are heart disease, diabetes, strokes. These are what are considered preventable diseases, right? But there are social determinants that are making it difficult for them to get the best care, right?
Okay.
And that the life expectancy in that area begins to go down compared to other areas in the city. So this is an area that really needs attention. And so I partner with a group called Step by Step Therapies, and they needed a martial artist to come in and teach class. And every kid that's in this program have an IEP that diagnosed them with autism.
Wow.
Yes. And so for a whole year, I'm coming up on my my anniversary time. I put a whole year into teaching kids with autism.
That is amazing. That is beautiful. And I know when we talked once before about how you did some research to find out about different programs, and you were mentioning to us that you did see when you did your search, like on the internet, that there was so many programs that offered help to children with autism, but most of them were not for our children. Most of them were, as a matter of fact, wasn't all of them were
Yeah,
for
other people.
other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, what we found is that there's such a great need for children of color,
Hmm.
and so because I work with a group of about 15 to 20 kids that all African American,
Okay.
and their participants in martial arts, they are enjoying it,
I know
and
that.
they're able to participate with it and work with me, and I've seen their growth.
Man.
And I had an opportunity by being on Instagram. I met an amazing woman who Marie Pierre. She
Mhm.
runs a program called Autism in Black,
Oh,
and she having a conference April 1st to the 4th. April 1st to the 4th.
first of the fourth.
Yep. If you're listening, if you can look up Google Autism in Black. It's an
Autism
amazing
Black.
autism in Black. This is for African Americans, right?
Hmm.
And so I put in to be a speaker in the conference,
Hmm.
and they accepted me
Wow.
as a martial artist. And I put research articles together that highlighted the benefits of martial arts for kids with autism. And
Hmm.
even in research articles with martial arts for kids with autism, they were coming from other countries, and even the ones that are domestic to the US,
Hmm.
it was almost like they're talking about other people and not our own. So
Wow.
I chose to submit my study to Autism in Black, and they said, hey, we want you to come in as an expert speaker, not only for physical therapy, but as a martial artist.
Yay.
So I am recruiting people like yourself, Master Cole.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
it's a blessing to meet you, and learning more about your book and learning about what you do in your school. I just think that we have an opportunity to share in a community of people that look like us or
Yeah.
African Americans, to teach the parents, to teach teachers, to teach school systems how important martial arts can make a difference for kids with autism.
Yes. That is amazing. That's incredible. And I first would say to God be the glory, because we know that it is Him who orchestrated all of it.
Amen.
And I thank you for being such a willing vessel to help those children. And I know it's got to bring you great pride and joy when you can see their growth from when they first took their first lesson in their first class to where they are now, and to see them enjoying that, and to give them the gift of martial arts is such a blessing. So
Amen.
God bless you for doing that. I look forward to learning more about the program and working with you on it as well. Um,
Yes.
I'm just honored. And also, so can you let us know, let the audience know how people can contact you? Maybe a social media handle or email
Yeah, yeah,
address,
yeah.
anything like that, so they can reach you. Dr. Sensei Jason Henderson, man,
Yes.
warrior right here, is doing great work. So
Thank
he's going
you.
to give us
Thank
his
you.
contact information.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at IceFyre Martial Arts. Um,
How do you spell
also,
IceFyre, Dr. J?
yes, it's IceFyre.
Mhm.
If
Okay.
you, as soon as you type in IceFyre, I think I'm the only IceFyre on Instagram.
Okay.
But it's martial arts autism. It's for ASD. You'll see ASD at the end. There's
Mhm.
some underscores that are in between. So it's IceFyre underscore autism,
Okay.
ASD. And you can find me at IceFyreMartialArts.com. You'll find
Okay.
the website where we give information about the martial arts program. And you can find me at ergo180.com. That's where my physical therapy business and company is as well. So my physical therapy company, we sponsor my martial arts program. And
Okay.
this martial arts program, we put it together because we just wanted to address the health disparities in the
Yeah.
city.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful. So
yeah.
what I don't want to leave out, okay, so I know that We know you're Dr. Sensei, but also you're an author, correct?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the book and
Oh, for
tell us
sure.
about the book before we let you go. I know
Okay.
we got a few more meetings you and I do before the
Yes,
end of the evening, so I don't want to keep you on this one. So tell
for
us about
sure.
the book.
I wrote several books now.
Oh,
One book is my first book is called White Man, Black Man, Chinese Man, and that's a novel. I wrote that. It was
really?
published in 2011. That one's becoming a film, so I'm excited about that.
Really?
Yes, it's going to be a film.
I love the title. I can't wait to find out what it's about.
Yes. You got to Google it. You know, White Man, Black Man, Chinese Man by J. Scott Henderson. That's me.
Okay.
That was my pen name at that time. And then I wrote a business book. I wrote a business book called A Complete 180, and it was published in 2018.
Okay.
The interesting thing about A Complete 180, I talk about concepts in building business and how to measure your successes, find out your limitations, how to overcome those limitations. So I talk about the flexibility, stability, and mobility in business. And you can find it online if you Google A Complete 180. It's really a complete 180 degrees, but I like to keep it simple, a complete 180.
Okay.
It's a business book. If anyone is listening out there who feel stuck, if you feel like you're limited, you feel like you need encouragement, it's a great book to get.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful.
Yes.
Complete 180. Okay. And black man, was it black man, white
White
man,
man.
Chinese man?
Yes, white man, black man, Chinese man, man.
And you
Now
said that's gonna be a film?
it's going to turn into a film. It's called I Thought I Knew You. And it's a 45, 50 minute film that's going to be coming out hopefully this year. Yeah.
Dr. Sensei, you're doing great things, man.
Oh man. Oh, I'm
Continued
looking.
blessings to you. And I want to, before we end our call, before we end our interview, I wanted to make sure that we give a shout out to the lady in which it was made it necessary for us to meet. I want to give a shout out to
Master V.
Master V. Yes, indeed.
Yes,
Valencia Robinson.
That's right.
She is the bomb. She is the truth. She is lethal, deadly, and beautiful. And Dr. Jason and I had an opportunity to meet and become accountability partners through her. And I'm just so excited about all the things that we're going to all be doing together. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Master V if she's watching. Okay.
Yes, she is amazing.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. So in closing, is there anything else that you want to mention, or any more projects that you're working on, or you? The biggest project, and you'll be included on this one. I'm so excited. So there's an overall documentary. I'm gonna be a presenter at the Autism in Black, but there's a film that's going with it. And the film is called I Am a Martial Autist. So not artist, but it's autist. So the martial artist, AUTIST. So like autism. Yes, ma'am. And with the kids that are in the program, we do confirmation. And I always tell them that you're more than a diagnosis. That when you're a martial artist, that's what I call them. And I tell them I treat them like a martial artist. And so they do confirmations and say, I am a martial artist. I am a martial artist. I am a martial artist. And that's what I want them to believe in by doing it repetitiously, to tell themselves, I'm more than a diagnosis. Yes. I am a martial artist. I love everything about that. Oh my God. I'm so excited. So excited. So excited. Thank you once again for your time, for your talent. Thank you for joining me here, and I'll be talking to you real soon, okay? Yes. Thank you for having me on your show. Yes, this is an awesome podcast. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Sure thing. Bye-bye.